All right, folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome aboard our special live trade brief called Trading the Death Star. And you guys need to strap in for this one because this is good. Now, we usually do this presentation a week or two after we open up the doors for our usual full throttle training. And we actually changed it up. Was it last week, 2 weeks ago? I forget. Where I opened up the doors for folks to come just get some basic options training and to check out what we do here at TOPGUN Options. Now I'm going to open up the doors and show you about this trading service here at TOPGUN Options called Trading the Death Star, folks, and it's the only stock you need to own for the rest of your life. And that, if that hits you weird, perfect. You're in the right place, okay? Because I'm going to tell you why it shouldn't hit you weird. So, no distractions. Silence your electronic nicotine because you've never heard that, right? Day one of investing, you've been lied to. So you haven't heard this before, I guarantee you, unless you're a current member and you have heard this. So I love how current members in this trade brief come to check it out. What's the Death Star? Well, unless you live on the other side of Mars. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, Star Wars came out. Not going to date myself, not going to do it, but love Star Wars growing up. I have Star Wars nerds that are, 23, 18, and 15. But you guys all know what the Death Star is, right? Big old space station that was taking over the universe, got attacked by some teenagers in like a space Winnebago, got blown up, but they rebuilt it, which is exactly what this stock is doing. It's taking over everything it touches. It gets attacked randomly, and it actually comes back even stronger. So trading the Death Star. If you're new to me or what we do here at TOPGUN Options, welcome aboard, first of all. My social media folks did a great job opening up the doors and getting a whole bunch of new folks in here. So this is cool. But if you don't know about TOPGUN Options or Wiz, I'm going to tell you who I am and what we're all about in a couple seconds here, but we're going to lead with some aviation stuff. I'm going to give you a choice, multiple choice, starting off with an exam. I hope you prepped. Which fighter aircraft would you rather fly? And you need to know nothing about fighter aviation or aviation in general to make a choice. You ready? Here's your first choice. Would you rather fly this fighter jet? Okay, first of all, as an F-18 Hornet fighter pilot, looking at this picture, it makes my hand shake. It gives me agita. Over 300 switches and dials in that cockpit. Okay, this is an F-4 Phantom, monster airplane, really cool airplane, as a matter of fact. But even if you don't know anything about aviation, looking at that screen, you can go, wow, there's a lot going on. Exactly. So pilots would spend a lot of what we call heads down time looking at all this stuff instead of eyeballs out of the cockpit, looking for enemy MiGs, surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, or AAA, anti-aircraft artillery. This aircraft was so labor-intensive that they actually threw another dude in the back seat just to run the radar. Extremely labor-intensive aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. F-4 Phantom. So that's your first choice. Or would you rather fly this one? 2 flat panel displays. That's it. That previous cockpit had what? A lot of what we call steam gauges. Looked like a locomotive. Steam gauges. Not one steam gauge in this cockpit. 2 flat panel displays. A couple iPads in the cockpit. Folks, that's the F-35, the Joint Strike Fighter, right? The Lightning II. We have a couple members here, TOPGUN Options, who actually fly this airplane. Folks, it's the Wonder Woman jet. First of all, it's invisible to radar, but also it's invisible to the pilot. Take a look at the look at the visor. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is displayed right here in front of your eyeballs. When you look down, you don't see cockpit. You see the ground. You see enemy threats displayed to you right in front of your eyes, man. This jet is creepy. Why is it creepy? Because it actually limits the amount of information that it shows to pilots at different portions of the flight. Why am I going to waste time showing the pilot the hydraulics, the fuel, and a bunch of other stuff? Really don't need to know that stuff right now. I got it. Right? It limits the amount of information displayed to the pilot to mission critical stuff. That's pretty cool. Here's the creepier part. More creepy? Creepier. Whichever one of those you want to use. It's learning, right? AI is the hottest thing. It's all the rage. These jets are learning what the pilots are doing at different parts during different missions, and they're getting smarter. Really creepy. I don't want to go down that route because it freaks me out, but the choice is clear, folks. In combat, you want to be flying the F-35 over the F-22. Trading is a form of combat, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to get their ass handed to them. Which one of those do you want to be? Well, I'm going to show you how to be a winner here at Top Gun Options. My mission, objective, my promise, by the end of this brief, you're going to be up to date with what's going on in the world. A lot of intelligence going on that is market moving, okay? Show you the only stock you need to own for the rest of your life. And if that still creeps you out, must diversify. I'm going to show you a good substitute that is just as diversified as the stock. Folks, if you are brand new to Top Gun Options, welcome aboard. We're glad you're here. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. My parents loved me. They didn't name me Wiz. I earned that call sign flying the F-18 Hornet for the United States Navy. Graduated from the Navy Fighter Weapons School, which many of you know as Top Gun, the Red course. So I was a bad guy, right? You got to be a really, really good guy to be selected to go be a bad guy. So I flew enemy aircraft, or planes that were painted like enemy aircraft, and I flew bad guy tactics against good guys to make them better, right? Did a couple deployments over to the Arabian Gulf, deployed in support of Operation Southern Watch, Noble Eagle, and Enduring Freedom. What's this have to do with trading? Everything. I just told you trading is a form of combat. When I was a young aviator, I am going to date myself now, in 1991. Oh, my God. 1991, I reported to Naval Air Station Key West, Florida, as a young ensign. You don't join the Navy to get rich, folks. You join the Navy to see the world, serve your country, and to do cool things. Well, when I got down to Naval Air Station Key West, I knew I wasn't going to be rich in the Navy, but I wanted to be rich, or at least try and make a little extra scratch. So I remember cutting a check to the USAA Aggressive Growth Mutual Fund, right? And that was pretty cool. $25, I think it was, or 50, whatever it was a lot of money to me at the time. But I started to, get my monthly statements, and I'm like, look at all these fees. Why am I paying somebody to pick stocks? My wife, my girlfriend at the time, who became my beautiful bride, kept Ann Taylor in business, and I had a pretty big American Express bill. First 2 stocks I ever bought. Short story long, I applied everything I was learning flying a fighter aircraft to my trading, right? Having a strategy, implementing tactics, contingency planning, knowing when to get out of a good or bad situation before it got worse, okay? Managing risk. All right, this guy's a Navy fighter pilot, and he's going to preach to me about managing risk. Yeah, right? Flying off the pointy end of an aircraft carrier is dangerous enough without being stupid or not minimizing all known risks. So, ladies and gentlemen, I applied all of that to my trading with pretty damn incredible results. Everybody should be familiar with this building, especially if you watch Batman. But if you've ever been to Chicago, that's one of the most famous buildings kind of in the world. This is the Chicago Board of Trade. See those big vertical windows right there? That was my trading firm. I popped up on the radar of one of the largest volatility arbitrage options trading firms on the face of the planet. Little old retail trader, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I knew what I was doing a lot better than a lot of the, quote, smart money. Helped build a hedge fund when I was there. I helped start the retail brokerage known as Options House, which got eaten by Trade Monster, which got eaten by E-Trade, which, whatever, they all merge. So I was a managing director of strategy and founded the Options News Network, kind of the CNBC for options. We'd shoot on the floor of the CBOE, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, and the CBOT. I'd give you all a behind-the-scenes look at what was going on in the options market. I had an absolute blast, and I jokingly tell people I'm the real Valentine, right? I was Eddie Murphy in Trading Places, kind of little old nothing going from the streets to essentially the corner office of a multi-billion-dollar trading firm. No offense to anybody from Chicago. You can keep it. I'm a beach guy. I'm a Navy guy. I need warmth, sun, sand, ocean. So my bride's from Boca Raton, Florida, God's waiting room. So we moved from Chicago down here to Boca Raton 2010, where I started my own company called TOPGUN Options. During that time, I've written a couple books. From Sea Level to Sea Level was my first book, detailing how I went from essentially the cockpit to the trading pit, so to speak. And then COVID Crash, my most recent book, From Panic to Profit. We made millionaires at Top Gun Options. We called the COVID crash to the day when Donald Trump sat in Davos, Switzerland, looking at the camera, lying his ass off. Throwaway question at the end of the interview. Joe Kiernan on CNBC. Mr. President, one last question. What's this like virus in China? Dumb question, Joe. Why are you even asking me that? Believe me, I trust Xi Jinping, love Xi Jinping. Great backswing, been to Mar-a-Lago. Dumb question, not coming here. You're an idiot. I looked into this camera and said, he's lying. Get out. Get long volatility. Buy puts on the S&P 500, and we pounded the market into the dirt. How did I know? I had a deep throat. This thing's worth it is priceless. The amount of the folks I know in Pentagon, politics, hedge funds, you name it, I knew we were being lied to. Do you remember the 4 senators that were investigated for insider trading and then they were cleared? They left the skiff. They got a classified brief and they came out to the microphones and said, what? Everything's fine. No need to panic. It's don't worry. Yeah, get out of everything. They picked up the phone. They called their family and their friends. You do that, you go to prison. So, folks, I did outsider trading. I told everybody who would listen. And if you listened, you became a millionaire here at Top Gun Options. We turned little old ladies into tennis shoes. This ain't hard. So, wrote a couple books. Also, I have a podcast, the No Fallen Heroes podcast. It's called Max Afterburner. And that is my kind of crown jewel right now. It's in the top 2.5% of podcasts in the globe. Now, if you heard that, you probably did what I did and you Googled how many podcasts in the world. This is an old slide. There's like 3.2 million podcasts right now. So pretty good podcast. Just ask me. What do you talk about, Wiz? Well, I talk about what my life's purpose is right now. Besides helping you all learn how to trade options, my mission objective in life is to save or change the lives of veterans, first responders, and their family members. I run a foundation called the No Fallen Heroes Foundation, a 501c3, pending, where we do psychedelic-assisted therapy for veterans, first responders, and their families. Just got back from Costa Rica 3 weeks ago with an incredible group of veterans. I'm blown away by where I am in life. Trust me, 5 years ago, there's no way in hell if I fast forwarded today, I'd be sitting in a solo Amazon brief talking about psychedelic assisted therapy and how it saved and changed my life. If you've ever seen the movie Lone Survivor or read the book Lone Survivor, I sat with the medicine for the first time in May of 2021 with Marcus Luttrell. If you drink coffee and you like Black Rifle coffee, I also sat with Jared Taylor, JT. So me, Marcus, JT, another veteran Navy SEAL, and then a famous NFL football player. We went to Mexico, and man, you can find out more information down the road. But that's one of my biggest things that I do right now that takes up a lot of my time. I love trading. It's the thrill of the kill, but I love saving and changing lives even better. That's me. Old picture. Why do I use an old picture? Because that's when we left Chicago, and this was a absolutely perfect time in my life. He's 23 right now, getting ready to go to officer candidate school for the United States Navy at Newport, Rhode Island, after graduating from Norwich University in Vermont. My son Jack just graduated from high school. He's going to CU Boulder with Coach Prime, right? He's going to go Navy ROTC, and he also wants to follow. I don't know why they want to follow their dad. And then Keely Grace is 15, going on 30, and she's not allowed to leave the house. She is a competitive cheerleader, and I have a lot of weapons. All right, so that's me. If you ever go to any of these briefs, it frustrates me sometimes. I do these things, right? Hey, Wiz, can you come speak at our Festival of Traders? Sure. You have 17 minutes to talk. We have 90 people talking that day. I'm like, okay. If anybody listens to me after like 30 minutes and not even know who I am and buys something, I don't even want those people to be a member of my service. But so that's why this is going to be a longer brief. Call it an hour, maybe 45 minutes. But that's why I do that intro. After hearing that, you never have to. Now that you know me, let's get airborne. Okay, here we go. This is going to be, it isn't going to be shocking to many of you, especially if you pay attention to anything that's going on in the world. You've been lied to, right? This ain't no news flash or shocking. Maybe it is going to be shocking to some of you, but you've been lied to. Day one of investing, you've been lied to. Who's been lying to me, Wiz? You ever hear this? Or what have they been said? What are the lies? You have got to diversify. Diversification is a must. The 5 tips to diversify. You cannot put all your eggs into one basket, said the guy in the suit. They're lying, right? What are you talking about, Wiz? Isn't that safe? Doesn't that make sense? It absolutely does not. Who's been lying to you? That dude. Folks, whenever you use the word broker, whether it's aircraft, yacht, stock, real estate, what does that mean? Delete the word broker and insert the word commission. Ladies and gentlemen, have you seen, excuse me, Wolf of Wall Street or Boiler Room or even the movie Wall Street? Bud Fox. All right, boys, let's open up our phone books and call the little old ladies in tennis shoes. Get them into this stock today. Okay, tomorrow, let's get them out of that stock. It's called churn, ladies and gentlemen. They make money on commissions. They want you in as many names as humanly possible. I know I got you into this stock yesterday, Wiz. Now let's get out of that one and into this one. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's called churn, ladies and gentlemen. They make movies about it. That's why they tell you to diversify. Now, before anybody types in the chat box right now that, well, guess what, Wiz? I trade at a commission-free broker. Ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't paying a commission, you're not the customer. You're the product. You ever see the Showtime series Billions? Folks, Ken Griffin from Citadel or Stevie Cohen, who Billions is more or less loosely based on, folks, it's called payment for order flow. They are paying Robinhood a ton of money to watch what you all are doing and where these trades are going. They pay for the order flow. If you aren't, I don't pay commissions, Wiz. You're the product, man. So stop. Diversification is for stupid people. Now, if that hit you wrong, I'm not going to apologize. I'm a fighter pilot, direct and to the point. But let me clean that up with somebody nicer. You ready? Diversification is a protection against ignorance. It makes very little sense for those who know what they're doing. As a fighter pilot, it's called comm brevity, communication brevity. Say what you need to say in short bursts. Diversification is for stupid people. Well, there you go. There's the longer version of it. Folks, it makes no sense to diversify if you know what you're doing, and the only stock you need to own for the rest of your life is Amazon. Period. Folks, Amazon is diversified in and of itself. Okay? What do I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some charts here. Like, I'm a political science major from New Jersey. I like pictures. So Amazon's revenue continues to grow at 30% a year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hockey stick. If I saw this chart in 1991 as a young ensign, I would have put $100 instead of $25. Insane. I would have sold my car and mortgaged the house to invest in this stock. Now look at this. Amazon annual revenue by segment. A couple years ago, ladies and gentlemen, AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, didn't even exist. Andy Jassy, the current CEO, and Jeff Bezos made it up in a condo. All these, I need to update this chart, look like this. AWS, folks, is Microsoft. It's got its own Microsoft under Amazon. So look at the annual revenue by segment. A business that didn't even exist anymore is essentially Microsoft. Cracks me up. So, and then this slide, folks, Democrats, oh my God, he's getting political. Yeah, I am. Listen, Democrats hate Amazon. Why? Because, first of all, they hate anybody successful who has money, but they hate Amazon because of this slide. If you, let's go back to 1991, Wiz, and you show me this slide. Delete the word Amazon and just put Company X. Wiz, Company X. Would you buy this stock? I'd look at it and go, oh my God, look at the sales. That's insanity. Free cash flow. Okay. All right. That's interesting. The sales are up here and okay. Then I'd look down here at profit and I'd go, oh my God, I'm going to short this stock. The stock's going bankrupt. And I'd be bankrupt because I'd be an idiot. Why? Let's get back to the Democrats. Why do Democrats hate Amazon? This. Jeff Bezos, love him or hate him, is brilliant. He doesn't even know what the word dividend means, right? He's like, if I make $1, if Amazon makes $1, I'm taking the dollar that we made and I'm buying a competitor. I'm innovating. I'm buying a new airplane. He reinvests any profit into his company to grow the Death Star bigger. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a company you want to own. So this is why the Democrats are like, we're going to tax all of Amazon's profits. Yeah, I don't make any money. Son of a bitch. So, folks, I love the fact that Amazon does this. Okay? Now, look at some of our current members. JG, with a small account, trading Wiz Amazon trades, netted $8,900 in a week. Kristen, you guys are amazing. I trade a smaller account and have done 22 trades this year for $31,000 in profit. I see a trend here. Christine, not Kristen, Christine. Month-to-date profits on Amazon, $107,000 with more to go. Thanks, Wiz, for all your expertise and guidance doing day trades with short calls to protect my profits. Learning from the best. Ann blows me away. And in 3 days, I made $90,152 on short calls against my 30 contracts utilizing Wiz's guidance. Folks, you can. It's fantastic. Now, before I sit here and blow sunshine and lollipops and unicorns and rainbows all over the place, we need to brief the threats. Before I even tell you the benefits of just trading Amazon, what are the risks? How are we going to get shot down? What are the risks of just trading one stock? Anybody ever hear of a small mom and pop company called Lehman Brothers? A 150-year-old company gone in 2 days. How about Bear Stearns? Everybody remember Bear Stearns at the height of the financial crisis? The bald dude on CNBC, Jim Cramer. You're an idiot if you don't invest in Bear Stearns. Your money's safe here. It was at $70 when he ranted like that. It was at $0 a couple days later. Good call, Jim. How about Pets.com? How about Enron? Ladies and gentlemen, I could spend the next 35 minutes together walking you through the graveyard of stocks that have gone to $0. But let's end this section of the brief really quick. What's the common thread between all of those names? They didn't own a thing. Apparently, Lehman Brothers didn't even own the sign on the building. Pets.com is a stinky sock puppet and a URL. Enron didn't even own the building they were in. They were a middleman of electricity. I don't even understand that. They didn't own a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, stocks can go to $0. Can Amazon? Sure, it could, but it technically, physically can't. Well, oh, and crypto can go to $0 too. Duh. But ladies and gentlemen, Amazon can't. Why? Amazon owns things. Years ago, 2015, I think, I did consulting south of Miami International at an Amazon fulfillment center. It was like an aircraft carrier. It was massive. And like an aircraft carrier flight deck, different color jerseys and things moving. It was chaos, organized chaos. But that building itself, folks, look at they own stuff. Now, full disclosure, when I got out of the Navy, I went to fly for FedEx it was 8 months. Why was it 8 months? I was miserable flying for FedEx. Show up to work at midnight in Memphis and fly until 8 in the morning and try and sleep during the day? No thanks. Here's why I bring this up. Because years later, I still had buddies, stayed friends, One of my buddies was in corporate 8 years ago. I forget. Dude, you trade, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, who's Jeff Bezos? Isn't he the guy? I'm like, he runs Amazon. Why? I just heard from a buddy at GE Aircraft Leasing. Amazon's leasing 5 jets. I'm like, he's going to do it. He's going to do what? He's going to put you out of business. No, that's not going to happen. Make a bet. Ladies and gentlemen, Amazon is now shipping cargo for outside customers. Amazon is poised to pass UPS and FedEx to become the largest U.S. delivery service. It's already happened. Ladies and gentlemen, they are carrying FedEx and UPS cargo. I called it 8 years ago. I said, he's going to build, what's it, Carnegie or Rocket, whatever. The guy who saw the oil coming out of his well, and he's like, yeah, I'm filthy rich. Then he saw the oil get loaded on a truck. And he's like, well, and then he saw the truck drive to a train. And he's like, well, what did he do? He bought the trucking company. Then he bought the railroad company. This is what Amazon does. Oh, my God. Why is this guy on the screen? What happened? Why is Donald Trump on this screen? Because we're still talking about risks. There are political risks. But are they? No, they're not. You ready? Donald Trump, president, woke up one morning or didn't go to bed, depends on who you believe and how much Adderall he took, picked up his cell phone and did what? Amazon, big monopoly. Somebody needs to do something about it. Unbelievable. It has to stop. What happened? Stock went down a little bit, like, holy shit, the president is tweeting that they're coming after us for being a monopoly. What happened? Nothing. 3 years later, last year of his presidency, what did he do? Reattacked Amazon. I can't believe nobody's doing anything about Amazon. Huge monopoly, break it up. What happened that time? Even less than nothing. The stock went up. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course there are political risks to being the Death Star. But you ready for this? I'm old enough to remember Standard Oil. I'm old enough to remember IBM, Microsoft. I'm old enough to remember AT&T. When Uncle Sam says, you know what? You might be kind of big right now. We're gonna look into you and see if you are a monopoly. You know how long it takes? Anywhere from 5 to 15 years for Uncle Sam to get around to even like making this is what we are planning to do. Last time I checked, Jeff Bezos, between Elon and Jeff, is the richest dude in the world. He probably has maybe 1 to 2 attorneys on staff to fight all of that. So yes, there is potential political risk, but it's Mercury right now. Amazon is Mercury. If you smash Amazon, it would create like 12 mini monopolies in those verticals, ladies and gentlemen. And check this. This tweet was on June 6th. I love this tweet. You ready for this? Look at this. James Woods. I love James Wood as an actor. Now he's like kind of a political activist. Look at this tweet. And he tweeted this because of what's going on with Lululemon and Walgreens and stuff, right? Like, just let shoplifters come in and steal stuff. It's a disgrace. I don't want to get into it, but look at what he wrote. Just so everybody understands the game here, Lulu and these other national brand stores don't care about theft because A, this crap is in fact virtually worthless, and B, they would rather sell it online. No fuss, no muss, no employees. When you see the stores locking everything up behind glass and forcing customers to select from a kiosk, it's a way to avoid excessive minimum wages to human workers and lawsuits from all the sales staff loonies who weren't addressed by their mythical pronouns. Invest in Amazon, folks. Pretty soon, it'll be the only marketplace left. Why do you think these billionaires invest in these horrid soft-on-climb DAs? They want an excuse to close down brick-and-mortar retail altogether. Folks, when I started the solo Amazon service years ago, what did I tell you? You want a couple bearish trades? CVS and Walgreens. Why? I predicted, and it's already true, that in the future, you're going to get a text. You're going to get a text that says, go to the front door. Your prescription's here. You're going to open the door. The drone's going to scan your face and it's going to drop your prescription in your hand. Or you're going to get a text that says your package is here. Go outside. enter your PIN on the side of the truck, and your package comes out. That truck's not going to be driven by a dude or a lady who has to pee, wants to eat lunch, or wants to unionize. It will be driverless. It will be electric. Amazon is taking over everything. Wendy, like I said, those charts need to be updated. I just haven't got around to it. It's actually, those charts actually have all grown up and to the right. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the potential risks with just trading one name. Now, I tell people I'm bipolar, and so am I. What do I mean by that? I'll tell you how I feel as Wiz, as American. I can't stand Amazon. I can't stand Jeff Bezos. He's your typical limousine liberal. Can't stand the guy. Guess what? Who cares? You want a friend, get a dog, as Gordon Gekko said in the movie Wall Street. I love Jeff Bezos. I love what he does at Amazon. 300 Amazon workers in New York City walked out demanding better wages. Fired all of them. Good. If you want a friend, get a dog. I'm here to teach you how to trade options and make money on Amazon, not to win popularity contests. But I can't stand Amazon, to be honest with you. I call it a hold your nose trade. Now, those were the risks. What are the benefits of just trading one name? Folks, you're going to trade that same name and potentially profit no matter what direction it goes, up, down, or sideways. With options, ladies and gentlemen, we can make money up, down, or sideways. That's three ways. If you just trade stocks, you can also make money three ways. It's called the buy, hope, and pray. I'm buying Amazon. I hope it goes up. Oh, it's not. I'm going to start praying. Trading stocks are for suckers. Trading options are for brilliant people. I can make money up, down, or sideways. I'll show you an Amazon trade we're making money at that we placed about 2 hours ago as Amazon's going down. You stay focused on the news and events that impact Amazon instead of a bunch of different stocks or ETFs. You become an expert in Amazon, reducing time spent on other positions. Let me tell you a quick story. When I first moved to Boca, an orthopedic surgeon who's now a really good friend of mine reached out to me. I hear you teach people how to trade. I need help. I work, 8, 12-hour days in the office, surgeries, in between, I'm looking at my phone trying to trade. I'm like, all right, met him at Starbucks. Booted up his laptop. He showed me his brokerage account. You know what his brokerage account was? It was this. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, this doctor this is not a hand to God, not an exaggeration, 33 positions. I'm almost channeling that moment again. I was blown away. He sat there. He's like, all right, so this one I think is a pot stock. I'm like, did you just say you think? He's like, oh, well, yeah, this one is a surgical stock, and a buddy got me into it. It's down 50%, but if it comes back, I'll get out of it. I'm like, Doc, you're a doc, right? Yeah. You're a pretty smart guy. Yeah. What's the math behind it being down 50 and needs to get back up? I'm like, you know what, dude? Shut up. Stop talking. You're done. Get out of everything and get into one name. It's Amazon. Folks, we at my proprietary trading firm in Chicago, we had a research desk where we had about 25 analysts. And guess what? Each one of them had two or three names. They had to know, literally, like their circulatory system. They had to know everything about it. Do you know how many times they got shit wrong? Do you know how many times I walked over to that desk and looked at one of the analysts like, dude, X, Y, and Z just happened. You make a lot of money. He's like, well, I just, got that one. So how can you, little old retail trader, sitting at home, drinking your coffee with your bunny slippers on, with 10, 15 different names in your portfolio, honest to God, expect to succeed? It's pretty damn tough. I do this for a living. I'm going to show you one of my portfolios. I think I got 3 names in there, 4. And that's a lot of work. So simplify your life by trading one name. Now, if you're sitting here going, dude, I'm liking this. I'm liking what this guy's laying down, but Wiz, they bit me in the neck. When I started investing, they bit me in the neck, and I have got to diversify. It just doesn't make sense. Well, here's your diversification, folks. It's called XLY. It's the consumer discretionary ETF. Okay. Just like shrimp are a vehicle for eating cocktail sauce, trading XLY is a vehicle for eating Amazon. The number one holding in this ETF is Amazon. About a quarter of this ETF is Amazon. What else do they? Here's your diversification. Tesla. It's been on a monster tear lately. Home Depot, McDonald's, Nike, Starbucks, Lowe's, Target, Booking, TJX. Ladies and gentlemen, if you, this solo Amazon, just trade Amazon, got to diversify, Wiz. Trade the XLY, man. There's 9 perfect or 10 names right there that are diversification, okay? So how do we target Amazon and XLY for max profit? The first thing I'm going to teach you when you become a member of this service today is how to establish a beachhead, just like a Marine, just like D-Day, June 6th. Could you imagine today, folks? Do you think the 18 and 19-year-old kids in this country could storm out of Higgins boats on Omaha Beach today? I'm just having a moment here because it would not happen today, which is terrifying. Anyway, we're going to establish a base position, a beachhead. I'm going to take you in that F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, and we're going to fly 2.5 years out into the future, and we're going to get bullish. There's only 2 places on the in this universe I am bullish right now: Amazon and psychedelic stocks. Separate conversation, separate service. We can talk about it, but that's it, folks. So we can fly out into the future and get bullish and incorporate 2 tactics, not strategies. If you ever go to a brief like this again, if you don't join today and you hear some other guy or lady, this is my favorite option strategy, leave. There is no such thing as an options strategy. They are tactics. A strategy is what? Saving for college, short-term income generation, risk management, buying a boat in a year. Those are strategies, folks. Tactics support a strategy. So our tactics I will teach you: synthetic stock, long call, diagonal. We're going to get long-term bullish out into the future. Then what are we going to do? We're going to trade what we call the front months. What's the front month? You're sitting in the front month, June, July, August. So we can be long-term bullish on Amazon and short-term whatever, neutral, bearish. We've had a monster rally in Amazon recently, and it's getting ready to roll over. So we're going to be short-term bearish, but keep our long-term bullish position on. So right there, folks, on your screen is technically 2 positions, right? We got a long-term bullish position. Even though it's one name, there's 2 tactics on. So again, simplify your trading life. And real quick, before I move to the next slide, what's the most important word on this screen? Protective. I never went flying in an F-18 Hornet and told the chief, hey, chief, pull the ejection seat out. Why? Because I'm awesome. I'm not going to die today or get shot down. That's the day I would have died or got shot down. I'm going to show you how with any trade we do, we put on some protection. We have an ejection seat, folks. I will teach you all of this stuff, and it's fun, and I love doing it and making money. So let's go take a look at our actual brokerage account. Let's see what, because I'm actually dying here to go look, because I have my screens over here and looking at the S&P 500, given some of what we got today back, because I have an S&P 500 trade on that I need to monitor as well, but good stuff. So solo Amazon, folks, and actually this is my weekly options portfolio up, but we're going to, it'll make the point. So let's look at a 3-month chart in Amazon. Right now, folks, the S&P 500, Amazon, monster rallies. Look at this. May through June. Tech has exploded. Let me give you a quick intelligence update. You ready for this? There are 7 names keeping this market up here right now, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Right here. Right here. Refresh. Bearish bets against the S&P 500 are surging despite love for big tech. You ready for this? The index, the S&P 500, which has how many names in it? 500 names, would be negative for the year without the contribution of who? 7 tech companies. So 493 companies in the S&P 500 suck year to date. The only reason we're up here, ladies and gentlemen, is a handful of tech names. And look at this. You see this short squeeze and this chop up here? We are ready for a slam. Okay? Where's that other one? Right here. This rally is all about a few star stocks, and some investors are worried. Yeah, exactly. Investor exuberance about big tech has helped buoy the U.S. market, but some warn that may be masking trouble. I guarantee you that trouble is coming. But look at this. We placed this trade. Let's look at Amazon for today. Amazon peaked, and now look at this. And now it's starting to give that rally back. What did we do? I fired a bear. Where's Amazon right here? I fired a bear call spread for tomorrow. That's already up. Where is it? $747. Let me analyze this trade. We are risking $5,500 by tomorrow. There's an 85% probability we're making $2,000 in 24 hours. Beautiful looking trade. Let me look at my SPX trade too. Also, I have a day trade on right now on the S&P 500 that's looking really nice. I have a bear call spread on. It is the 42.90, the 42.95. Now, if you don't know anything about options, I'm going to break this down real quick, but this trade is going to make about $2,000 by today. Let's pull up the SPX real quick. There you go. Look at that. Place that trade right here, the 42.90, and we're coming all the way back down here to 42.75 in my opinion. So just quick examples. But let me show you this. Because I was in the middle of my brief watching my screen, so I'm like, let me go make sure my trades are doing good, and they're doing fantastic. I got to look at this bearish trade on Lululemon. It's up $2,000, 75%. You want another bearish trade? And this is a lot, folks. Having 4 names is about it for me. We are pounding Lululemon into the dirt. Look at this. Let me go 3-month chart here. Look at that. Lululemon was imploding, reported semi-decent earnings, and now we're pounding it back into the dirt. I'm having a blast doing this, folks. All right, so let's get back to Amazon, though. Surinder Parmar. In 2019, you said Amazon would be a $4,000 stock by Jan of 20. Still hasn't hit those heights. Parmar, what happened to Amazon? It split. So I got pretty damn close, didn't I? Amazon was up at 3,800, 30. What was Amazon pre-split? So Parmar, I absolutely was going to nail that. The stock split, folks. That's why it's down here at $100 or whatever. The stock had a what was it, 4-for-1 split or something like that. The reason Amazon split was because what? So more mom and pop traders feel that they could get into Amazon. So I was like $200 shy of my $4,000 prediction, and then the stock split. So absolutely nailed it. Or 20-for-1, whatever it was. Yeah. But anyway, folks, look at this. Look at this monster run of late. I love it, though, folks. We have long-term bullish positions on Amazon. So when you join today, you're going to get access to what's called a synthetic stock position on Amazon. You're going to fly. I'm going to demonstrate and teach you how to do this. We are going to fly all the way out to December of 2025. I swear, I hope the world still exists and there's peace and harmony. Not feeling too good about it, but we're at least going to fly all the way out here to 2025 and get long-term bullish with a tactic called synthetic stock. Instead of coming out of pocket a lot of money to buy this stock, I'm cheap. I'm going to show you how to use options and come out of pocket a fraction as if you own the stock or wanted to buy it. Now, what's the difference? I use the word synthetic, right? Which means you're not an actual shareholder. What do you lose, quote, I'm going to use air quotes, what do you not get with synthetic stock? You get 2 things that I don't care about. The first thing you don't get is you don't vote. because you don't own the stock. You're not a shareholder. Last time I checked, Jeff and his ex-wife own a quadrillion shares of Amazon, and you owning X amount of shares of Amazon means nothing. So your shareholder vote is worthless. You also don't get what if you're doing synthetic stock? A dividend. What did I tell you 30 minutes ago Jeff Bezos said about a dividend? He laughs at them. It makes stupid. Dividends are dumb. Why would I give money back to the shareholders? Why don't I take the money and put a competitor out of business, buy a new jet, or expand my business? So synthetic stock is awesome way to get long-term bullish on something. So I'm going to teach you. Like I said, as soon as you join today, you get access to what a synthetic stock is, and it's awesome. And then, well, I just gave you a free trade for tomorrow, didn't I? A bear call spread. And as I'm talking to you, it's making even more money. We looked at it a couple minutes ago. It was $500. Look at Amazon and the S&P 500 going down. Look at my bear call spread on SPX making money. Look at SPX. As I'm talking, the market's going down. So I'm showing you real time. If you're new to options, I'm going to teach you. If you're new to options, the market is going down right now. The SPX, I just told you 5 minutes ago, is going down to 42.75. I'm making money as the market goes down. Isn't that awesome? How's our day looking so far? We are looking tight today, man. Look at that. We're awesome. So I have an existing Amazon position. Let me go show you this one too. It's called an iron butterfly. Okay, for tomorrow. If Amazon pins, meaning it stays right there. Look at that. If Amazon stays kind of where it is right now at 124, this trade makes $4,100. Okay, I love what's going on. This is fun. And then this is how our portfolio is doing. This is what is this? Weekly options portfolio. It's up about $78,000 year to date. About 60 grand in Amazon and S&P 500 trades, some Amazon, some Lulu. We've been pounding Bud, and then a little bit of Apple here. But folks, right there, 5 names. That's a lot, and I do this for a living. Simplify by just trading Amazon. In our solo Amazon portfolio, every Monday at 10 a.m. is our live trade brief. We just trade Amazon. So let me finish the brief, and if I have time, I'll go show you the solo Amazon portfolio. But I had to have this up because I'm watching these positions here. I love these. We call them sniper trades, S&P 500 sniper trades, man. Risking $5,400 to make $2,100, and that's 15 contracts. Wiz, I don't want to risk $5,400. Then you don't do 15 contracts. You can do whatever you want. Again, I'm not giving you investment advice. You're the pilot in command of your own portfolio, and what you do on your side of your computer is between you, God, and your registered investment advisor. But real quick, and I'll answer the rest of the questions too. Especially the people that are like, how do I join? Let me answer those questions first, and then we'll backfill stuff. So Solo Amazon, folks, is our newest live trading service here at TOPGUN Options. All my other briefs are $167 a month, which is way too cheap. But for Solo Amazon, folks, you can get it for $97 a month. Okay, or $897 a year. That's a 25% discount. Let me give you these 2 links right now, and I'll give you the rest of the brief because people are asking for the links. So 25% discount if you do solo annual. It's only $897. And let me give you the monthly. It's only $9. This is our gateway drug, folks. If you want to kind of check out what we do here at TOPGUN Options, it's only $97 a month. And let me give you a good analogy. In about 2 hours, this is why I got to get going here. In 2 hours, I'm jumping in my car with the wife and kids to go to the Florida Panthers Game 3 of the Stanley Cup. And they better win tonight because they're in the whole 2 games. We ordered soft pretzels for tonight. 2 orders of soft pretzels were $122. The parking during the season to park to watch the Panthers was $35. It's $100 tonight to park. For the price of parking tonight at the NHL game, is you can join Solo Amazon for the price to park tonight. So let's keep it real here. This is insanely cheap. And the reason it's insanely cheap is because I'm a brilliant marketer. Once you get into solo Amazon and you see how I trade and the profits and our processes, you're going to upgrade into full throttle or even a lifetime membership. Most of our lifetime members, 250 of them, started off in solo Amazon. So I lower the net so you can check out solo Amazon. So here's what we're going to do today. Well, Wiz, you said Monday at 10 a.m. is your solo Amazon brief. It is. I work at Monday at 10 a.m. Guess what? About 80% of Top Gun Options members work Monday at 10 a.m. I send out time-sensitive text and email alerts. You don't have to be in the live trade brief. Here's a text alert. Actually, look at this. So whoever said, hey, you said Amazon would be 4,000. I'm glad I have this. This is an old text alert because it talks about 4,150, 4,200. So there you go. I'm saving this text alert. I was like, maybe I should update it with a current solo Amazon text alert. There you go. So there's actually an alert from before Amazon was heading up to 4,000. Anyway, so I send out a text and email alert. There's the text alert, and then the email comes with a screenshot of the trade and then also the risk parameters in the trade. You get both. So if you're sitting in death by meeting Monday morning, your phone's going to buzz and you're going to get an email too. Then what happens? It takes about 20 to 30 minutes for the replay to render on my computer, and then I post it. So you can watch the replay. Chris, I'm so geeked. I've been a subscriber for 3 years now, and this is the first time I've been able to attend live. I only know you from the replays. So, folks, you don't have to be here. You'll get the text alert and the email alert the same time I'm showing the people who are attending, okay? So, $97 for 30 days. And there ain't no sneaky, hey, the next month it's $1 million. It's $97 a month, folks. Period. Okay? If you want to upgrade into an annual, you save money, folks. I prefer you in staying the monthly, but as a good dude, we give a discount for the annual. Why am I rambling about this? Because today you also get, even if you just do it for a month, you get our manuals, which I sell on our webpage for $197. This is what my marketing team calls an irresistible offer. I call it stupid, but they say people can't resist it. Why? Let me help you out with the math. You're paying $97 for 30 days in a solo Amazon. Yep. You get manuals that if you bought them were $197. Yep. For all the South Jersey political science majors like me, you made $100. I would do the solo Amazon, take this $97 a month just to buy the damn manuals. That's the way I look at it, folks. So there you go. So you get your materials. So here's what you're going to get today, and then I'm going to answer all these questions. You're going to get access to our solo Amazon brief every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. You get the text and the email alerts. You get the skill-based manuals essentially for free, and you get access to what we call the Ready Room. It's our online forum. You can ask me questions. You can ask your fellow members questions. Hey, I got a question about this trade or how I do this or that or the other thing. So, yeah, you bet, Michael. We are. Absolutely. Let me finish up here, though. Bob closed my Amazon synthetic stock. Look at this. So Paramar, he was trading synthetic stock when Amazon was all the way up there. Isn't that awesome? $37,000 profit. Goose, $23,800 profit in a month in our solo Amazon service. Chuck, thank you, Wiz, for the 3,500 Amazon calls. Yesterday, I closed 3 contracts at my 30% profit target, cleared 15 grand. Also had 6 Amazon calls that hit 30% for another 50. So, folks, if you want to test fly for a month, it's only $97. Okay? And the links are in the chat box. Go look over there. The links are in the chat box. Okay? $97 a month. Now, just like when you buy something on Amazon, you're going to see a pop-up when you go to buy. I feel like the Flex Steel tape, but wait, there's more. There is more. You have got to take the training. Just like the motto of Top Gun, if you think you're good, I'll make you better. If you're like, I already trade options, I don't need training. Yeah, you do. I had a buddy who went to flight school with me in Pensacola. He was a Learjet pilot, right? I'm bored. I want to go fly jets for the Navy. He almost failed out. The Navy's going to teach you with the Navy how we want you to fly an airplane, not how you flew a Learjet. So even if you know what you're doing, take the training. If you're new to options, this is a requirement. You don't have to do it, and you're going to crash and die. When I tell you something like that, please do that. It's only $195, folks. This training, other really crappy places charge a couple $1,000 for it, and it's embarrassing. It's like them in front of literally a whiteboard on a VHS tape. It's embarrassing. Our training is top notch. I do an hour and a half training session right here, folks, on synthetic stock. But if you don't even, Wiz, I don't even know what a call or a put is. Guess what? Session 2. All right, cool. Now I've covered call. This is a building block approach, ladies and gentlemen. I will teach you how to do this. Okay, for $97 for solo Amazon, it's $195 for the training. That's it. And it's cheap. I just got this text this morning from a buddy of mine. He's a former Blue Angel. He actually flies for FedEx. His call sign's Utah, Mark Provo. Good morning. Less than 20 trading days, and I'm up 15 grand on a $40,000 account. Moved to E-Trade. Snipers out of the money, Iron Condors on Bud and Target, Blue Skies, Utah. Folks, I met Utah when he was on a layover down in Fort Lauderdale about a month ago. Dude, he knew what stocks were, didn't know what options were. In 20 trading days on a small account of 40 grand, he's up, what's that, 37%, 38%? The dude's up almost 40% in 20 days. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, enough with the case studies, and I want to keep us right on time. It's our newest trading service. The other ones are $167 a month. This is only $97 a month or $897 a year. You get a discount for the annual, but hell, as a businessman, I want you in the monthly one because I make more money. But that's kind of a sick thing to say. That's why we do the annual, okay? So both links are in the chat box, and you can attend. Now, if you didn't take anything out of this brief today, I clearly failed. Take this out of it, or you didn't listen. Simplify your trading cockpit. Don't do me a favor, do you a favor. If the hair on the back of your neck went up a little bit when I'm like, this dude had 33 positions in his portfolio, is that you? How about you just kind of simplify your trading in Amazon? Wiz, I have to diversify. XLY is diversified. But ladies and gentlemen, I already showed you Amazon is diversified. Amazon Pharma, Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime Entertainment is Netflix. It's Disney. Folks, every division of Amazon is a Death Star. It is diversified, folks. Diversification is for stupid people. You could put all your eggs in one basket if you know what you're doing, and it's Amazon. Yeah, I'll give you the links again real quick. You bet, Tony. Hang on one second. I will repost these links. And I guarantee you the reason it's so cheap, if you don't know me by now, you're going to know me. I am brutally honest. It's a gateway drug. I track all of this stuff. I'm a metrics guy. 99.9% of our current lifetime members started off $97 a month in Amazon. This is how you dip your toe in the water, right? It's $97. The parking tonight at the FLA Live Arena is $100. It's funny because I have buddies going. It's right across from the stadium is a mall. Everybody's going to park at the mall early and walk across the street. Thankfully, since we have a suite, they gave us one parking pass. We're going to look like the Beverly Hillbillies in our Escalade going down there. So there you go, $97 a month. Take the training. It's $195 for the full throttle training, and then let me give you the monthly. All right, I gave you the monthly. Let me give you here's the annual. I strongly recommend you take the annual. Steve, yeah, you can, of course. If you do a couple months, monthly, $97, and then email us and say, dude, give me the annual. I want to save some money. Rebecca, yes or no, yes, you're right. If you're just in full throttle, you don't get solo Amazon. It's a separate standalone service from our full throttle service. I don't want to confuse people who are brand new to Top Gun options. We'll talk full throttle weeks down the road. Just let them get settled in solo Amazon and learning how to trade, and then we'll talk to them. Yeah. So you know what? That's a good question. As soon as you get your membership, underneath memberships right here, obviously, since I run the place, I have memberships and everything. But underneath memberships, you're going to see solo Amazon all the way over there, and then full throttle. If you take the training, which you better, it's all in here. There's iron condors, there's bullish spreads, double verticals, synthetic stock, everything's in here. All your full throttle training is in here. And then at the top of this page, it says workbooks and manuals. You just click right there, and there's your primary, your intermediate. These things are, folks, I reread these things every once in a while. I'll go in there and knock the rust off. I'll go read the chapter on volatility and stuff like that. But this is perfect, folks, because it's called demo do. In the military, how did you learn to do something? The instructor demonstrated, and then you do. Wendy, can a brand new person to trading who knows nothing do this? You bet. By doing this. So Wendy, absolutely. Do a month. Check out a month for $97. Take the full throttle training for $195, and then you would start back here, Wendy. You just go to the training, and you start right there. Full throttle session 1, trade plans, intel sources. And then you go to session 2, Wendy, options basics, calls, and puts. So Wendy, we take a building block approach. I'm no rocket surgeon, man. I copied and pasted Navy flight training. Navy flight training was designed to take somebody who's never even seen an airplane and in a short amount of time, turn them into a steely-eyed killer flying off of a ship. We do the same thing. Okay. So if you know nothing about the market or options, you start in the full throttle training. The other thing we strongly recommend you do, Wendy, is open most brokers right now have what's called a paper trading account. You need a simulator. Do not put any real capital at risk ever if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's kind of common sense, but Uncle Sam, let me pay the attorneys and my attorneys who randomly screen my briefs. Duh. They're like, you can't say duh. People need to be reminded of that. I will remind you. How do I know when I'm ready to trade? I don't know. You're the pilot in command of your portfolio. So take all the training, have a paper trading account, fire some practice trades, and then only you can know when you're ready to get airborne. Sound good, Wendy? Good. Awesome. Man, I went over by 2 minutes. Mark Wiz, thanks much for a great presentation. As mentioned before in previous email, prior to your fabulous Costa Rica trip, I assist many veterans in New York City. Would appreciate a scholarship. Thanks for your considerations. Mark, dude, resend that email. I've been swamped after Costa Rica and stuff like that. So, but folks, at the end of the day, take the rest of the day, just kind of do a quick drive-by of your current portfolio and be like, dude, I could simplify my life a lot by just focusing on something that ain't going to business anytime soon and is a Death Star. It's taking over everything it touches, okay? So one more time, solo Amazon, the annual is a 25% discount today. If you take it, you get $197 worth of manuals, or if you just want to try us out for a couple months, slow and steady wins the race, $97 a month. It's cheaper than our soft pretzels tonight watching the Panthers game. They better beat Vegas or I'm done. This is like a game 7 tonight for the Panthers. And it's cheaper than a parking pass tonight at the FLA Live Arena. That's how cheap solo Amazon is. So, all right, folks, one more thing. I will post the replay, excuse me, on this page because I'm answering other questions now. People, hey, I showed up late. Is this going to be recorded? The answer is yes. So here's the replay page. Don't watch the replay right now. It's from the last one. This will take me 30 minutes to get up, stretch my legs, and post the replay. But it will be posted on this page right here, okay? And if you want to join after you watch the replay, if you showed up late, these green buttons right here will show you where to grab your membership, okay? Good stuff. I'm having a blast. We're very I'm very passionate about what we do here at Top Gun Options. I'm here to train you. I'm here to give you intelligence briefs on a daily basis if you're in full throttle. But every Monday, starting the week off at 10 a.m. in Solo Amazon is a great way to start the week. One of the biggest testimonials I can get from people is like, dude, I don't watch the news anymore. I get my news here, man, because I go out and I get my own independent stuff. And like I said, this thing's worth its weight in gold. Pentagon, Greenwich, hedge funds, political, got know a lot of stuff, man, and we do some good work here at Top Gun Options. I'll leave it at that. All right, guys, I got to go. Got to get ready for the Panthers game. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for attending our Solo Amazon brief. Make sure you get airborne today, at least in a monthly, to check it out. And I will see you Monday after the Panthers come back and win 2 games and the series is tied. I will see you all Monday morning at 10 a.m. in the Solo Amazon brief. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi. I'll see you Monday.